Hi Taurus, this reading is for you if you just recently broke up or had a fallout with your significant other. We'll have 3 separate spreads in this reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at the situation as to what happened, who left whom and why. In the second spread, we'll be looking at the advice for that situation. And in spread number 3, we'll see new love coming towards you in the near future. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. So here's the situation, Taurus. We have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Page of Wands. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There could have been a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces involved. This is definitely a third-party situation, Taurus. There is no other way for me to interpret this. And this Queen of Cups was involved in it. Right, we do have 2 3s on the table and the 7 of Swords, right? The 3 of Cups could be a card of a third-party situation. Right, and the 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck is a card of a cheater. It's a card of somebody who sneaks around. It's a card of a deception and that type of stuff. Right, the Queen of Cups was somehow a part of it. I'm not sure how you're associated with them, or perhaps your now ex was cheating on you with this person. Right, it could have been a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Page of Wands clarifying it. Yeah, somebody flirting with that Page of Wands. Right, the 3 of Pentacles, this is where all of this could have taken place. It could have been work, right? The 3 of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. This is where a bunch of people get together and do something together. So for some of you, it could have been work. It could have been somebody in the gym or some other group set environment, right? But again, it's a 3, right? And with the 3 of Cups sitting right next to it, yes, definitely a third-party situation. Yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory, Taurus. That's what happened. And perhaps you found out, okay? And, or they left. And that's how you found out. Let's not spend any more time on this. Let's move on to the advice spread real quick, just to see if there's any other details there. Here's the advice for you, Taurus. We have the High Priestess, the 9 of Swords, clarified by the 10 of Swords. We have the Fool and the Moon on the bottom of the deck. Again, with the High Priestess and the Moon, a water sign, right? But at the same time, both of those 2 cards are secrets cards. As a matter of fact, there are 2 cards in the tarot deck that could be interpreted as secrets or something that's not being made official, and those are the 2 cards. The High Priestess and the Moon, right? The High Priestess is also a card of intuition. The Moon is also a card of, Pisces, or it's a very emotional card. The Moon is one of the most emotional cards. And the 9 of Swords right there in the middle, yes. I think that was you getting all emotional about this for the obvious reasons. The 9 of Swords, yes, it's a card of a sleepless night, somebody who is, depressed, somebody who's got anxieties, and the 10 of Swords, clarifying it is the reason, because it perhaps got exposed, or your connection with your person came to an end because of what happened. I think the Fool right next to the deck is the advice, right? Let it go. I know for most of you it's easier said than done, but it's time to let it go. I don't think at this point, you're wasting your time by being all stressed out and depressed about what happened. People like that do exist. All right? So yeah, with the Fool card, it's time to let it go. It's time to liberate yourself from that, from those emotions. Okay? There isn't really much else I can tell you. They are not coming back. I do 3 spreads in these readings, including the advice spread, just to see if there's a twist to the story, or to see if somebody's coming back, or sometimes we actually do get court cards in the advice spreads. That's why I do the advice spreads. But in this case, it's very clear cut. That's exactly what the advice spread is for. The advice for you, Taurus, is to move on. All right, then we're moving on as well. Let's take a look at spread number 3, new love coming towards you in the near future. Here's the third spread, Taurus. This is new love coming towards you in the near future. We have death. We have the 9 of Cups clarified by the 8 of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups clarified by the Emperor. And we also have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Leo, Aries, or pretty much any zodiac sign. This is one interesting reading, Taurus. We do have the Death card, the first card that came out. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, it makes total sense, right? Death is a Scorpio card. But at the same time, you see how on the right side of the Death card, You can barely see it, but there is a sunrise. Right? In some tarot decks, death is often not called death, but it's called death and rebirth. Right? So that sunrise, in a way, symbolizes a rebirth. It's a new day. It's a new chapter. Right? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the sun. Okay? So we do have the sun and the rising sun and the death card. So perhaps this is very symbolic, right? The sun, by the way, could be a Leo you're dealing with. But if we want to stay a bit general, then death is probably the end of what happened. Right? The situation we saw in the first spread, the first two spreads, it came to an end, right? And now it's time for you to kind of be reborn, I guess, in a way. All right? And hence the Sun card. The Sun is a Leo card, and the Sun is also the happiest card in the deck. With the Sun card, we always feel on top of the world. We always feel loved, cherished, and all that good stuff. Okay, right next to the deck we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of a wish come true, wish granted. At the same time, in some tarot decks, the Nine of Cups looks like there is a party, right? Looks like there's people standing around, celebrating something. Okay, so perhaps you are invited to go to some kind of an event, party, gathering, someone's birthday, anything. And the Eight of Wands clarifying it, perhaps you're going, right? The Eight of Wands is a card of going somewhere. It's one of the fastest cards in the deck. It's also a card of communication, a lot of communication, right? And my favorite interpretation of the Eight of Wands is the Cupid's arrows card. So there is a Cupid hovering around you as we speak, trying to strike you with an arrow of love. But for most of you, I think it's some kind of an event, all right? And it is a wish come true, and perhaps you do need to go there. Some longer distance than usual, but not necessarily. What it's trying to say is that you do have a major transformation of your life coming up. Death is a card of transformation. Okay, and right next to the Nine of Cups, we had the Ten of Cups. You see how before I started clarifying, we had Death, Nine, and Ten of Cups. Alright, so the Ten of Cups is a card of a commitment, marriage. It's a family card. It's the happily ever after card. So you do have the happily ever after card, the Ten of Cups, and the happiest card in the deck, the Sun card. Alright, things are about to turn around for you, Taurus. The Emperor, clarifying the Ten of Cups, could be an Aries you're dealing with. But the Emperor often comes through as a husband or a future husband or an existing significant other, or a future significant other figure. Yeah, clarifying the Ten of Cups, yeah, definitely somebody you could be committing to in the future. And I think it's not going to take that long. It's not going to take that long, hence the Eight of Wands. It's, like I said, one of the fastest cards in the deck. So things will turn around in a big, major way quickly, Taurus. Very quickly for you. All right, I think that's the whole point of this reading, right? And the person in the Nine of Cups is also satisfied, because that's also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment. Okay, you can let me know how this plays out for you, Taurus. If you are invited to go somewhere, I think you should consider going, because that's where you could be meeting this person. Alright? So, yep, that's what I have for you, Taurus, for this reading for this month. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Taurus, have an amazing month.